Thank you very much to come. And it's recorded, so for people who are not able to join us, hopefully we will be able to share. First of all, I would like to thank you very much, you, Joy, because last year you did the presentation in Current. I was here. So you shared your experience, and this year you have organized all these events in order for me to learn a lot of things. And today, I thank you, you and you. Why? Because, oh, it's not the right side. Because to learn a new skill, it's 4 different steps: to listen, to take notes. I will come later on the point 3, and to teach. Today, I do not teach you the truth. It's my experience that I teach you. But hopefully, I will share you experience. You will discover a new way to invest. And for me, it's a way to structure my knowledge. So thank you very much to all of you, and thank you very much to you, Joy. So, to motivate you, I would say, because it will be a little bit long presentation, this is a kind of investment of projects I invest on. It's a specific platform. It's for farmers, you know it. But it's just, I will take this heavy finance platform as an example, but just to show you how high could be interest incomes with this kind of investment. So, why you should or should not listen to me? Because I share my experience. And I have done, I would say, an investor journey. Maybe some of you will not be interested about this kind of investment. Okay? It's not for everybody, like crypto, like stock, like bond. Okay, I just share you my experience. Who am I? Okay, I would say my studies are mostly science, technology, and finance. But okay, this is not the point today. It's more about my investor journey. My 4 steps.
I like your self-intro slide. Can you go back? I just want to take a photo.
It was without beer.
Helicopter. Oh, Airbus. Cool. Okay.
Okay,
Teacher sage as in like the journal sage?
please.
The journal sage? You said teacher sage.
Sage Company.
Oh, sage company.
Ah, okay.
It's a software company
It's a software. Okay.
specialized on finance software.
Okay. There's an academic journal.
Ah, okay.
So they do classes.
So, my investor journey. My first step was casino. Okay? It was 25 years ago during the dot-com bubble. And today, when I listen some of us, I have the same feeling about cryptocurrencies. We don't know why. Oh, I have heard that this Solana cryptocurrency has done plus 50%, so I will invest. Casino. We don't know what we do, and we expect to have a high return. And bubble exploded. It was the dot-com crisis, and for one line, it was minus 80%. Avenir Telecom, a French stock. So I understood that if I want to invest, I have to learn, and I have to not think about the past high performance. But there is several ways to learn or to trade, but it was my experience, so I did it. And you will understand that I learned by doing stupid things, but step by step I'm less and less stupid, but this is my first step, a crash. Then came the greed phase. You know, there is this kind of Ponzi scheme. The most known is Madoff. And one day, a friend of mine came to me, oh, Jerome, this company is creating income, it's 30% per year? No, per month. Per month? How is it possible? It's affiliate. Oh, I did a little bit due diligence. Well, sounds good. I know the web marketing, so, but it was a Ponzi scheme. I invested 10,000 euro, and because I had this first experience, the casino experience, every month I was not reinvested everything. So when the company disappeared, I have lost it only 500 on 10,000. Okay? So for me, to invest 500 to learn something, it's an investment. It's okay. But I learned to not listen. I promised performance. For the future, we will give you 30%, 20%, 50% per month, and so on. But I did it. And other stupid things. Only 500. Lost. Then came the long-term strategies. And I'm still using long-term strategy. If you know All-Weather from Redalio, All-Weather portfolio from Redalio, or the permanent portfolio from Harry Brown, it's very simple, ETFs, and okay, I invested time, money, I bought some courses. Just to share you, I think on finance, since I invest, I have invested maybe a little bit less than 10,000 euro on training courses. But it was investments. On long-term strategies, I have now my own strategy. And last month, it was the figures, it was the result. Okay? So I am happy with this kind of strategies to prepare when I will be older, not to have a passive income. Why? Because this is on the red line, this is the SP 500, starting 2006. Debt crisis, SP 500 minus 50%. My strategy, blue line, nothing. So, okay, it's performing since 2006, time 12. But since 3 years, flat. I cannot create passive income. It's a secured, and it's a great way to invest on long-term portfolio, but I had this issue. How do I finance my daily life, my daily costs? Then came my research for passive income. How can I create passive income? To invest and to have every month a predictable income. It's why I invest on crowdfunding, crowdlending, because for me, it's like a river. Here is my wish for the monthly income. I invest on several projects. Small rivers, join to create a middle river, and so on and so on. And at the end, if there is an issue with a small river, it will not have a big impact, and I will have a monthly income. It's what I am working on. I am on the process. Okay? So, invest with crowd, because today the presentation is about crowdfunding, crowdlending, peer-to-peer lending. The crowdfunding and crowdlending families, two difference. Crowdfunding is raising capital for a business or a project. We are several people. Alone, we are not able to fund a project, so it's the crowd, but we are co-owner of a company or of a building, or so on. It's a capital sharing, I would say. And I especially use crowdfunding projects for real estate. You can do it with startup, but it's not a passive income. You have to wait the exit. Okay? So now is the crowdlending family. It's lending money for a business, an individual, for projects. So the difference, funding capital and lending money. Type of crowdlending I use for real estate. Someone wants to buy a building, to do some stuff on the building, to sell it after 1 year or 2 years. This guy is lending money like he does with a bank. So crowdlending platforms are like bank. So they will give you the capital at the end of the project plus interest every month or 3 months, depending each contract. Okay. Farmers, peer-to-peer invoices. There is a lot of different way to invest on crowdlending. And especially on peer-to-peer lending, it's a specific kind of investment. So people like you and me, we want to buy a new car, you want to buy furniture. Okay, we lend money for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and so on, through platforms. So each time when we invest on crowdfunding, crowdlending, peer-to-peer lending, we are here, contributors. We are several contributors for a specific project. At the right, there is a project developer, the guy who needs the money. And in between, there is the platforms. So we lend or we invest euro, dollar, our capital, and sometime or at the end, we are our capital back, plus every month or every 3 months, we have interest, incomes, and so on. What is important and what is missing on this slide is that we have a contract directly with the borrower, meaning if the platform fail, disappear, you will get your incomes. It's a securitization of your investment. Concerning regulations, in Europe, I don't know in the other countries, but I invest today immensely in Europe, so I did my due diligence. Concerning crowdfunding and crowdlending platforms, there is a huge regulation concerning European Union. Concerning peer-to-peer lending, it's why I isolate peer-to-peer lending. So the regulation is weak. It's not, you can securitize, but it's not as crowdfunding and crowdlending platforms regulations. So take care just to be informed. Benefits and risk about this kind of investments. Higher returns. I will show you in several minutes my today performance. And I cannot get this performance with just a bank account with the banks that give me normal interest. But you will see the difference. Diversification. You can invest on several platforms, on several projects. So you mitigate your risk. We will discuss risk after. Direct impact. Imagine you are in love with a specific corn. Stupid example, but and you find a farmer who wants to grow this kind of corn. On platforms, you know who will get the money and for why. You have a direct impact. You decide, for example, on some platform is, okay, I want to invest on solar panels to create renewable energy. You can decide. You know, you're not giving money to a bank and bank is doing what it wants. You decide where is going your money. Very accessible investing. Some platforms only request €1 to invest. Concerning risk, credit risk, I mean, each project needs to be analyzed. Platform, they did the job, they do a job, yeah. But, okay, you have to understand which project you want to invest and to understand the risk. Liquidity risk. It's like a bond, but a short-term bond. Usually it's 3 years, maybe more, but okay. You invest, and you invest not the money you will need in 6 months. Because it could be, you can get your investment back, but you will have a malus. You will not be able to sell your investment at the same price than you bought it. you invest for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, depending each project. So you are waiting the end, and you will have your money back. Liquidity risk. Platform dependence. Okay, what about if a platform bankrupt? You have to mitigate the risk with diversification, not to invest only on a specific platform. And market risk, for example, 2 years ago, Russia-Ukraine situation, a lot of platforms before were investing, lending money to Russia and Ukraine people, and they had a lot of issues. For example, today, on peer-to-peer lending platforms, I can decide which country I want to invest. So I do not invest close to Israel because I don't know what will happen. So,
Sorry? It was about crowdfunding platforms.
yeah,
Not with peer-to-peer platforms, your risk and benefits, or it's all together?
peer-to-peer is a crowd platform.
But then I miss one benefit of the benefits. They have buybacks platform.
I want to make it simple, not to be too long, but
Free benefit of the peer-to-peer platform for me because let's give you a little bit secure platform.
it's like regulation for me. It's how do I address my risk if there is an issue. So for some platforms, it's buyback guarantee up to 20,000 euro. It's okay. Yeah, you're right.
Do you, so you see from which country the project is, right?
Yeah.
So, because my thought came up that who are the people who go to these platforms? Not the investors, so the people who is the project who needs the money. And for me, is like a small, or it's the first red flag that when I'm a farmer and I want to make my farm bigger and need some money for investments, why is this person not able to get the money from a bank? So this is like the first thing for me, because this is a high red flag. The bank is not giving this person money. Why should I do it? But then I realized what you said, and maybe in Russia or in some other countries, there is not a proper bank system for smaller people, or it's harder to get money. And also, what I hear when I tell people that I can go to a bank at the moment in Germany and get an interest rate for luxury credit like 6.5%. Other people tell me from other countries, like United States and other countries in Europe, they have like 10, 12, 15% on the same type of credit. So this is also a really nice idea. When I have a project in France, I can get Germany money from Germany because the interest rate is better and it's cheaper to get it from people.
Peer-to-peer lending platform is a specific way to invest. I had just started to invest 1 month ago. What I like on crowdfunding, crowd lending platforms is you know the borrower. There is a guy, you know the name, you know the address. On peer-to-peer, there is another intermediate, another company, and you don't know usually directly who is borrowing the money. But it's when you come deeper in details, you have to decide, you have to understand. I will show you just after my process not to start with this kind of investments, because you have to be more accurate, to have a deeper analysis. So not to start with this kind of situation. It is my process, depending my fears, how I work, and it's just sharing here my experience and what I have done. It's not the truth. I know if it's, I don't know if it's really a Chinese proverb, but a walking fool will always go further than 2 sitting intellectuals. Okay? Meaning I prefer to invest €1, 50 euro, and not always working. Sometimes I sit and I think about what I am doing, but I learn like that. It's to understand at minimum, to find expert mentors. Okay, it's a way to invest. Oh, it's new for me. Okay, I try to understand the basics. Then I start with an easy-to-use platform, simple investments, learn by doing. I'm a fool when I start. I don't understand, but I put 50 euros. Okay, if I lose it, it will be a restaurant. I will not go to restaurant next month. Not a huge impact. Then, when I have started to invest, I start to analyze project to understand where I put money. And when I have maybe 10, it's what I have done. When I have invested 10,000 euro, okay, maybe Jerome, you have to understand platforms. What are the risks for each platforms? So it's a learning curve, but I think after doing. Okay, and scale. I am in the scale phase now. Okay. My strategy. What I am doing. I am creating passive income. So for crowdfunding investments, you invest, and usually you don't have an end time. You don't know. You are sharing the capital, so you are co-owner of a building. And they rent the building, and you have, for example, in USA with realty, we have every week the income of the building. Every week. So it's really, I invest here. Every week, every month, I have my income. And when I decide to sell it, I get back my capital plus, hopefully, if the building is at a higher price, so with benefits. Okay? Crowdlending, it's quite the same, but you know for how many months you will invest. It's not income, it's not a renter who will rent the apartment. It's interest, like a bank. The borrower pays interest, and you get the interest. Yeah?
The first, on the real estate example, so you buy maybe, I'd say, for 10,000 euros, you buy yourself into a project, and then you get the rent income, and at the end you decide, oh, maybe after 1 year you need the money, you sell it. Who is doing the selling process? And
The platform.
the platform, and so, but at this point, then there has to be a buyer.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't sell, right? So this is also.
This is the analyze platform step.
Yeah.
When you want to scale, for example, Wilty in USA, 2 months ago, one investor sell 100,000 euro of investments, and people were here to buy. So it was a liquidity crash test. But if you go maybe on another platform, you will not have the liquidity. Remember a slide before, liquidity risk.
Okay.
Risk. How I mitigate my risk? Diversification. You know, remember the slide with the small rivers?
Sorry, I had a question before. But now, like your real estate investment.
Where is it? Here.
Yes, but this looks like terrorism. Terrorism. I invest also in real estate, but it's not every month. Sometimes it's the same amount. How is that in your experience?
On Realty, on Realty, the first project I funded, it was, I think, 1 year ago, and every week I have the same amount. And on some projects, sometimes they say, oh, we have raised the price for renters, so you will have more money. It's, you know, it's not, you have risk. When you invest, you have risk. So each time you have to, you know, when I start with 50 euro, I don't care about what question you ask me. And you are right to ask this question to yourself and to me. But not when you start. And when I have started, it's my way to invest. But you're right.
It's always like going up, but it's not.
There is a risk. Oh, we mitigate the risk. Oh, I mitigate my risk. No, I'm not going in the right. So this is my portfolio beginning of April. So I mitigate my risk with type of projects. So farming, peer-to-peer lending, real estate. So it's not advice. Don't do like that. It's my way to mitigate. If there is an issue with real estate in Europe, maybe I will have less income. So it's diversification concerning type of projects. Oh, not the one. Concerning platforms, I invest, I think, 12 different platforms. Too much on AV finance. Okay?
But it's funny that you do heavy finance. It's one of the biggest of your portfolio, but it's also the biggest interest rate.
Yeah.
Highest interest rate. So you scare about it.
Because when I started, oh, great! I have seen on this platform one project, it was 44% per year during 3 years, and you get your interest and the capital every month. Oh, okay. I have to think about this platform.
How do you manage it all? Actually? How do you manage it? Manage because with a lot of time to check out.
Currently, I try every week to analyze the platform. I have my own criteria, and I analyze maybe 20 different points. And I share it on my friend's YouTube channel. So, diversification concerning projects. How many rivers I want to have? My goal is to have 100 projects. Today, 1st of April, we don't see really it's 30. I have invested on 30 different projects. I mitigate my risk. If there is an issue with one or two, and we'll come later, I will explain it. Next, risk mitigation for me will be concerning countries, concerning currencies. Okay, my goal is to invest more than 300,000 euros. So I do not have to use one platform, one currency, one country, you understand? And concerning counterparts. What is the securitization of your investment? For example, I use each time AV Finance, not to say this is the best platform, but okay, since the beginning I use it, it's more simple. When we go on the platform for a specific project, the platform do an analysis. There is a credit, there is a risk rating. Okay, this is a platform job. Do I trust the platform? Not 100%, but okay, I can have this kind of information. For me, what is very important when you start to invest on this kind of investment, it's ratios. It's the LTV ratio. You find this LTV ratio quite on all platforms. On real estate platforms, you will get more ratios. But this one is quite for all the platforms. This is the basic. Loan to value of the loan. Not the value of the loan, value of the counterparts. The borrower, for example, if the borrower borrow 100,000 euro, and the platform will ask for tractors, machineries, lands. If the borrower cannot pay interest and capital, after several months, the platform will take the land, will take the tractors, the machineries, buildings, and will sell it on the market. Securitization of our investment. So, for this example, loan to value, it's 67%. Meaning, okay, there is a securitization because maybe next year the price value, the market value of this tractor will not be 150, but 120. So 120 will be higher than 100. I have the opposite example. If the projects request 150,000 euro and machinery, lands, building, the value is only 100%, we are not secured. So I just want to emphasize, lower is this LTV, more secure you are.
does the platform check only at the beginning of the project? So, for example, you have a project which is running 5 years. Do they only check for the value of, I don't know, say, the farmer's machineries in the beginning of the project?
Yeah.
Or do they do it like every year to recalculate the
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
Because as you say, the market could change, right? So
Yeah.
let's say
Yeah, but you know, it's a contract.
50K and 1 year later
It's a contract. If the platform come to the borrower 2 years after, hey, we gave you 100,000, but the market is down, so we request a new tractor. Hey, the borrower will say, I have signed a contract.
Yeah.
And 2 years later, part of the capital is reimbursed. Right in English, I'm not sure, but okay. So when the platform will give you the value of, for example, there is several machineries. So they do the job. They really secure your investment. And here is a calculation. Sometimes it's personal liability from the borrower. Okay, for example, for this platform, it's 0, the value of this signed document from. Okay, but it's, what is important is this kind of information you can get on platforms. And you can get the documents. So just to show you that platforms, serious platform, does the job to secure the investment, and you get the information, and you decide with this kind of information. So my portfolio, beginning of April, so here are the numbers. I have started to invest on peer-to-peer lending because with crowdfunding and crowdlending, usually when you say, okay, I want to invest on a project, you have to wait several weeks or maybe 2 months that all the people have funds. So it's why there is a difference between the capital I have invested. Okay, I want to invest on this project, but sometimes I need to wait 1 month for the project to start. This is the second line. The second line is really active projects who start to pay interest or income. And if I take what I have, the income divided by the capital I have already invested, this is the kind of before tax return on investment.
This is monthly income?
Monthly. Monthly. Okay? And for me, I have not created a slide for that. I didn't have enough time, sorry. One risk on the platforms is delay or default. If a borrower cannot pay during several months, you will have a delay. The borrower will pay late, and usually he will pay with penalties, additional payment. So if you remember the slide with the rivers, if I have 100 small rivers and maybe 10%, 10 rivers are in delay, okay, my final river is a little bit less, but 1 or 2 months after, I will have more income. But the fluctuations, it's not like cryptocurrency, plus 20, minus 50, and it's, okay, my income will change maybe 2 or 3% more or less, and so on.
You say that your returns are not so crazy or such crazy drops, but is that because of your strategy? Is it possible to invest in crowdfunding in a way that would give you really big dramatic returns or really bad losses if you were reckless about it?
Concerning crowdfunding and crowdlending, you can lose money if there is default. Because it's a contract, you lend money, you know when you will get your capital back, and every month, what is an interest? The risk is a delay, and a default. And with the Ukraine situation, some platforms add a lot of default. What's happened? They use their securitization counterparts. Sometimes it takes 1 year, 2 years, and they will get the money. So maybe not 100% of your investment, but you will have with a longer delay. So for me, loss, for example, if I have 100 projects, 5% are in delay. I will wait 1 year. Okay. And maybe one project is really in default. I will not get my money back. Never. If I have 100 euro invested, 10% per year, at the end of the year, it's 110,000 euro. If I invest on 100 projects, it's 1,000 for each project. Okay, a project is missing. I lose 1,000. It's not 110 at the end of the year, it's 109. Is it a loss? Yes. Is it an issue for me? No. It's my decision.
So you only had 1% of people?
It's just an example.
Yeah, but what's your experience?
I have not yet have a default,
That's good.
but I have invested since 2 years and massively since 6 months.
Oh,
I am on the way. It's my journey. It's not yeah.
But I have also peer-to-peer, but I have already also some losses.
you had losses. Oh, okay.
But I started 4 or 5 years ago, so and that's before, yeah, also with COVID and Russia, still we all still blocked also. Yeah, but I think I have 120 euro I've lost. And now we're 6 years missing.
How much you invested?
I think it's now all automatic pilot. I think did you talk about it? Automatic pilot.
On peer-to-peer, you no, I have not today.
So it's I think 6,000-7,000. So it's doable, I think.
But you do
For any investment, we have risk. It's normal. So it's to compare. And for me, what I said at the beginning, I invest on long-term strategies. Plus, I try to split my wealth on several strategies in order to say, okay, if there is an issue here,
but there's like person-to-person crowd lending, crowdfunding. So it's
Mintos is
Mintos is P2P.
peer-to-peer. Yeah.
Yes, I did choose in the past.
Auto investments.
yeah, but there you have, for me, it's the higher risk because what I said in the beginning, most people who go to peer-to-peer investment is like, oh, I need a new phone, I need a new car, I need whatever. And this is
But
just,
they,
there's no security. It's just I need the money and I promise I give it back because here's my paycheck, whatever. So
for the auto investment from peer-to-peer, you get anytime your money out of the platform.
okay.
This can be a big
And Mintos is interesting because I have analyzed this platform, I think, 2 weeks ago. The capital of the platform is 6.5 millions. Crazy how strong they are.
We started with ETFs right now.
ETF, bonds, and peer-to-peer lending. Yeah. Do you have some additional questions?
I have a question about time. How much time does it take to manage, analyze, research, especially in the beginning? Just your passive income portfolio. Is it a full-time job?
Concerning time, when you invest in massively like me, if I need to visit all the platforms, it will take me maybe 1 hour every day.
1 hour every day.
But I have created a tool for my use in order to see all the platforms and all the projects. But just to visit and to say, okay, no. Well, oftentimes it's for nothing. When I want to, okay, I see a specific project. Today I will take maybe 10 to 15 minutes because I have my process.
But why should you check your portfolio every day for passive income?
I do not check my portfolio. I check the new projects.
Okay.
And I use today 12 different platforms, but I check every day, maybe 15 if I need to visit all the platforms.
What I think so when you have invested in the future, like your 300,000 euros, then the money is invested and gives you around 3,000 euros every month in income. But then you're not looking for new projects like every day because your money is invested and maybe after 1 year, one project is done and you get maybe 10
To be
K back.
maintenance
Yeah, and then
activity.
you go back. So this is, I think, more the question, right? So
I think overall, like, so what you're talking about, I think the maintenance process, it takes maybe every day there's some time invested. But for you had to have built that portfolio of different, you had 12 different companies, 12 different
Platforms. I use different.
Yeah, to even accumulate that, how long did that take in terms of time that went into the research? I'm assuming there's a lot of research analysis of the platform before you invested in it. So let's say when you start on a platform.
You know, when you invest on a stock, you want to invest on Shell, on last week it was a dividend strategy. You have to analyze.
Yeah. So how much time does that take for somebody that doesn't know?
Today, when I analyze a platform, it took me maybe 1 hour and a half because I have a specific process and I know what I am looking for concerning.
So this is after a lot of experience and you have tools in place. It takes about an hour and a half to kind of decide.
Today, I've created a tool and to have the list of new projects. Maybe it took me 1 or 2 minutes every day just to see the list.
You share this on YouTube, you said? Or not this?
I share my analysis, I share my journey, and yeah, but it's a French channel.
Just sort of like casino, look on internet top 10 big beer.
You know, there is new AI tool, so maybe you can take your video and you say, okay, it's French, and you want an English version, and it's crazy.
But do you share your process that takes an hour? Or
Yeah, when I record my video, I show each point. Yeah, I do it. Okay.
Norwegian banks, they are like the government requires them to document how solid they are financially. Are there the same kind of requirements for these kind of platforms to document?
One topic I check when I analyze a platform is the sharing capital. What is the capital of the platform? Some platforms, for example, I guess it's Estate Guru, one of the major platforms in Europe. They are funding close to €1 billion of projects since the beginning. Okay? For me, if they do not have at least, it's my decision, 100,000 euro of share capital, I don't feel confident. So there is no regulations, so they have to fulfill some criteria from European Union in Europe. But I prefer, even if it's regulated, to do my analysis and to feel confident or not to invest massively in this or this platform.
Yeah, maybe this is dumb question, but if it's like lending for a project, do I get a right to, perhaps like for example, it's lending for buying a land. Can I get right to take the land when it's default?
The platform will do.
But
Because there is a platform between you and the borrower.
also platform would like maybe sell the land for themselves. And
Each platform has a process. If there is no payment, a letter, so there is a process to request payments, and maybe after 2 months, 3 months, for each platform, it's their process, and then they will sell the
sell
counterpart.
the land and pay some payback for.
It's why LTV is important.
That's what I was like, curious about.
Which platform do you like? Do you like this heavy finance?
I use heavy finance because it's high returns.
What about like a safe one?
Hmm?
What like a safe platform, like you said, where they take low LTV.
I think on Lendy, it's for farmers. It's around 50%. I think the LTV 50%. I guess if I well remember.
It's called blending. It's called blending. What is it?
For farmers, they fund farmers like heavy finance.
Lande.
Lendy, L-A, like land, .com or co.
Land E. Yeah.
Yeah.
E is in England. Or
E is in England. Yeah. Land and E.
I don't find it. Oh, Landera? I don't find it.
Jerome, you say something interesting.
Thank you.
Um,
Only one. Whoa!
you say a good platform is lending on farmers, but then it's really specific. If there is a farming issue in the world of this, then probably going a lot of risk. Why you don't go more to a general platform where you have more options for loan?
It's on my
Peerberry where you choose a little bit of there.
on my
Yeah.
platform analysis.
Yeah.
If a platform is specialized, it's 0 point. If I can have the choice between farmers, real estate, for me, I give this platform a point because for me, it's better to be able to invest on several types of investment.
Or maybe Lendy minus.
Concerning platforms, if you want to invest on platforms, who knows affiliate programs, management, everything? Yeah, okay. You don't know? Affiliation? You're watching a YouTube video. Someone is using a new camera, okay. And he will say, at the end of the video, if you want to buy it, see there is a link in the description, and okay, Amazon. In fact, Amazon has an affiliation program, and he will give this YouTuber 1%, I don't know exactly. They do the same, this kind of platform. They give you a bonus, and they give me a bonus. So it's affiliation. The guy who share will get money, but the guy who will invest will have a bonus, maybe for the, depending each platform, you will have an additional 0.5% concerning the project. For example, if it's a 12 project per year, you will have 12.5% instead. Okay, this kind of bonus. And on my tool, I share the bonus I use. And if you want to have, for example, on heavy finance, but it's each time I use heavy finance because I want to focus on only platform, but there is several, this kind of bonus, for example, if you invest 100, heavy finance will give you €5 back, and so on and so on. And if you want to take benefits of those bonuses, you can have access to this specific page, and every week I will add new bonuses from the platform. Okay?
Two questions. Back to this question. So, did you say specialized platforms are better, or no? Like this, so it focuses on farmers, real estate, or does it better, or anything of it?
I cannot understand directly. For me, I need a research. You know, each platform, there is a special link. They give you statistics. So you know how many projects in delay, how many projects in default for each country, and so on and so on. So to answer you, I will need to check the statistic and to see if the delay and default ratios are worse or better when it's specialized platform or diversified.
So, in other words, there isn't a straightforward answer. It all goes back back to the research and analysis.
Hmm?
It goes back to the research and analysis. You have to do this.
You have to do your due diligence.
Yeah. And then the other question I had, the difference between crowdfunding and crowd lending, maybe you already went over it. What are the risks? Are there differences in risks between the two and differences in return? Is there more return in one than the other or no? Again, it just depends on the project.
Usually on crowdfunding, so for me, I prefer to invest on real estate. It's income from the renters. So usually it's less, the rate is lower, but I feel more comfortable because it's a real building and renters. I invest only on buildings, not at family office, not family house. I want to have several renters. It's like that, and I mitigate my risk. Yeah, you are an investor. When you are an investor, this is my way to invest. As I said at the beginning, I invest as a fool, as a stupid guy, and I start to understand, and I analyze, and I go deeper on the statistics page of the platforms.
You're an analysis guy.
I am. When I was student, during finance exercises, I was able, it was a full day of workshop. I was able, after 1 year, to go and to see the teacher. Okay, you give us 20 pages. On page 6, on line 36, there is an error.
Oh no, you were that student. Oh no.
He hated me.
It obviously served you in this.
This is my strategy. This is my way to invest because I am who I am. And I share this experience. You are different, so you will not invest like me. One other thing. Just before. Oh, it's not possible. Today, when people use this affiliate link, they will have access to my tool. And what is my tool? I'm not here to do a presentation of my tool, but we have a WhatsApp group. My goal is to start to share my knowledge in English. I do it with my YouTube channel in French. Okay? For me, it's an opportunity to start to share this experience in English. And for that, if there is some people here who want to invest, I will create free courses just to structure again my knowledge and to do it in English. So it's why I've created this specific WhatsApp group. And yeah, to come back on this tool, I will be able to present it to you, but it's not the goal of this presentation. It was not just to share you the why you could invest on crowdfunding, crowdlending, and to understand the basics. It's maybe 1 hour presentation, and we have to wait maybe in 10 minutes. I don't know what.
I couldn't access the other part. Did it open?
Yeah, you have to zoom in a little bit.
No, not possible. It's refused.
What is the bonus means?
Monkey.
I miss your camper fan, Jerome.
Please?
I miss your fan.
You miss your.
Your fan in your vision. Your camper fan.
Hmm?
You have a camper fan.
Yeah.
Fan. I miss in your vision, or is it not in your vision? You can travel with your camper fan.
Oh, it's okay. We have 15 minutes. I thought we didn't have time, but I would like to share to you some things that are very important for me. It's for people who has done a personal development journey. It's to know why we invest. Because for each kind of investment, one day we will lose money or we'll have some issues. It's not, I would say, a PlayStation game. We have risk. We have to invest time. We have to. So, for me, it's very important to know why I do it, and to just want to share you that if you want to invest or to do anything, any project, it starts with the why. Okay.
Wait, can we, I'm sorry, one more.
Hmm?
I didn't hear the question. Ask why about what?
It's not a question. It's when you invest, like any project, it's to know why you do it. Because you will have issues on the journey, you will have some time to invest, to analyze, you will have some difficulties. Oh, it's new for me. Oh, okay, I do another thing. If you have a strong why, you continue.
What's a strong why?
Like you're clear on why you're doing it.
For me, it's why do I invest is to have this kind of lifestyle. It's to sail, to share moments with friends, to see dolphins, to be able to drink a champagne on the sunset. It's my experience. I have already had. It's me on the pictures, and it's just okay. I know that today I do not have enough money, enough passive income to be comfortable to live this lifestyle. So every month when I say, oh, no, Jerome, you cannot stop. You have to continue. There is risk, there is fears, there is new platforms to analyze. It needs me work, it needs me time, it needs me energy, but I go back to my why and I continue. But you can have this kind of exercise for everything, every project you are.
There's a very good TED talk just about that. That's specifically by,
Yeah.
I've forgotten, she's a politician in the US. She put together this.
Start with the why. There is a beautiful video from Simon Sinek. It's more for business, but it's really clever. Start with the why. You know it? Personal, business, starting with the why. It's very powerful. Okay, additional questions?
Can I see the WhatsApp group?
How many people are in the WhatsApp group?
It's a new group since this morning.
Oh, and you talk about crowdfunding with peer-to-peer. Is it to talk about crowdfunding
It will be specific
to crowdfunding?
for crowdfunding, crowdlending. And my goal is to, maybe mostly online because I will go back to France next Tuesday, Tuesday. But to create free course for you in order to improve again and again my English level.
Yeah, online course, also passive income. Great.
Start with us.
But he kept saying free.
It's free for you. Yeah, but it's a way to create passive income.
Yeah.
It's a pilot.
Yeah, it's just a community without a.
You know, my first customers for concerning my tool, I can maybe share. They are in France and they pay a subscription. It's another way to create passive income.
Maybe zoom in.
Oh, sorry. You go nowhere?
But just for me, for them it works.
But I'm always very freaked out when people just buy the course. I'm like, okay, you know what, you're gonna, we should check in. And I'm like, oh no, that's okay, good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because I'm like,
See you.
worried. They don't know exactly what they're doing. Yeah. But I'm going next Friday, but I will try to schedule people.
It works?
Yes.
Great.
Great. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, I'm interested in second incomes and all that. But I've been doing a little bit of, I don't know what you talked about. I'm sorry I missed it.
Crowdfunding and crowdlending
Okay.
investments.
Crowdfunding.
You know it? A little bit, no?
Not so much, more like, no.
I have recorded the presentation, so I will
Okay.
put the link on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
That's great. Thank you.
Andrea.
Andrea. Jerome, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Additional questions?
Yeah, that would be great. Because I'll be gone for a few weeks. Yeah, so Frank could be our next speaker.
Do we have Sebastian do this again? I missed it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm really sad I missed it.
Oh, you're gonna do it at Outpost.
Yeah, we do. My wife and I we do talk here about basic finance.
Oh, you're gonna do it again?
When?
So the plan was to do it on last Tuesday, so 3 days ago. But because I didn't send Cassandra the sheet and the description, and then there was public holiday, and then like, okay, if we don't do it.
Next week.
No, it's probably in the middle of March, 8th or the May. Sorry. So in what is now?
March
So maybe in 3 or 4 weeks.
2025.
Because April is already full, and so maybe on the 9th.
You stay a long time.
Do you have some additional questions concerning? Oh, it's okay for you?
We do it here. Yeah.
Group in the chat.
We live close
Okay.
by, so I don't want to go.
But it's gonna be announced on the outpost.
Yeah, yeah.
An
It's,
outpost.
it's
Okay.
an outpost of
So thank you very much, Joy, for this organization and for.
Jerome, this was lovely. I think I found my calling finally in terms of investing. That's good. This was really
I
nice.
think investing in agriculture or land. I've also been thinking about this. So.
Or even real estate. I really like the idea of, because sometimes that's what you want to do is like, I don't have the money to have my own real estate, but I can maybe put into something.
Yeah, there are many websites.
Get
There's one in the US, one in the UK. So you can put in like $1.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to share the link in the group.
This is really good to also to widen the portfolio. So the last time we do mostly like dividend ETF stuff to have passive income, but this is also nice to just put some percentage in platforms like this.
Yeah.
Just
It
spread
was
around.
one point I wanted to share during my investment journey. I've forgotten it. You know, since 2 years with my strategy, it's flat.
Yeah.
And I feel really uncomfortable to continue to every month to take part of my wealth to finance my cost of living. It's why I create this. I have invested so much, and I am investing so much on this kind of strategy to create me income, not to have wealth increase sometime. And okay, we know with stocks, with cryptocurrencies, with ETF, it's not every month plus something. It's plus, minus, and so on. So it's because I was feeling really uncomfortable. It's my way to manage my money, my wealth, and I was okay. It's why it's so for people who want to have this kind of regular income, you have risk. So there is several rivers. When I will have an issue with one river, it will not impact dramatically my monthly income. It's why I feel more comfortable with this strategy. But it's not only the strategy I use. It's a mix.
But it also seems like it allows a little bit for self-expression, kind of picking, like, especially with learning, kind of picking what you like, what you want to support.
You choose
kind of-
on crowdfunding and crowdlending. P2P, it's less transparent.
And there are also a lot of my wife is starting to read about this stuff, and she's more looking for environmental friendly stuff in developing economies like Southern America. So there's whatever like a wind farm or solar farm stuff. So and then you can also follow more your moral. So when you do on the stock market, you can't do green ESG investment. This is all bullshit. It's not working. And even I have a friend who's like, you do stocks. You are so evil. I leave my money on the bank. I was, yeah, and all the money you leave on your bank, they just take it because when you put money on the bank, the money belongs to the bank, not you, and you have a contract that they give you the money back. And they take your whatever 100K from your bank account and put it into the best running stocks. And at the moment, it's all about war and it's like
Crypto.
no, it's
And-
not crypto. Banks are doing like oil, fossil stuff, war machines, weapons. So, and they do it with the money you think it's safe on your normal account.
It's
And this is a problem.
it's interesting.
Ignorance in that case. She's not educating or she herself. on
He's
what-
very ignorant, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
most people think on the bank, I have $10,000 on my bank account, and this is my money laying there, but it's not. It's just taken by the bank and invested. And this is a way when you go in these projects, you can follow more your moral compass.
And when you really
Balance out
go
the
deeper on several topics, you understand that what you are hearing with when you're talking with friends, when you are listening radio, watching TV, it's bullshit. For example, I think it's in Texas state. I think it's in Texas. The governors said, okay, we will massively invest on renewable energies. Because now we have a solution concerning, there is an issue with renewable energy when it's, okay, we produce electricity, but if there is too much electricity in the market, we can stock it, we can store it, sorry, thank you. And now with crypto farmings, it's a solution. They have a lot of new solar panels, and when there is too much energy, too much electricity, okay, switch on the crypto farmers. They will consume, they will check the electricity, create Bitcoin and so on, and when there is not enough energy for the population, okay, switch off.
Yeah.
It's a solution to store, not to really store, but to manage the energy storing issue. And if you, a friend of mine said, I will never invest on Bitcoin because it's a waste of energy. Are you sure? Yeah, it's the radios, I said that it's not green. Okay, so I will not argue with you, but it's when you really go deeper on any topic.
For the future, so I come from energy.
Yeah, you know this
thing.
issue.
And in Germany, like 30 or in Central Europe,
I
20,
guess,
30, 40 years ago, they used during the night the